guys, welcome to Smite God Showcase. So today we will be looking at Neith. Let me just turn my volume down because you probably can't hear me very well. Right, that's probably better. You can probably hear me. Oops, I just turned back again. Turn it back to 10. Right, Neith, Smite God Showcase. I get it. I like this new screen now they've released a new update with Ratatoska in. Ratatoska's quite cool. He'll be quite near the end of the series actually. I'm sorry to say, unless I get requests, in which case I'll do it sooner. I will rearrange my order if you want a certain god earlier. Yeah. Sorry, I've got Anyway, let's just level up, and then I will start the showcase. I'll start off by looking at Neith's abilities. And what they look like and what they do and stuff. Right. First ability, Spirit Arrow, looks really cool in my opinion. That's one thing. What it does, it basically goes through everything, and everyone takes it, and is kind of rooted to the spot for a while. If it hits a broken weave, which I'll explain later, the weave detonates, dealing an additional 100% of the damage and applying the root to all enemies in the area. Right, broken weave. The broken weave is Neith's is created when either she uses her third ability or an enemy god dies. Is there any other time it's created? No, just Sam. So yeah, this here is a broken weave, and if we to shoot it, it'll explode, that dealing damage. Weave lasts for 1 minute. Unravel. Neith neatly unravels the world weaves, damaging all enemies in the target area, reducing their attack speed and healing Neith for each enemy hit up to 3. Any broken weaves in the area are removed, dealing healing health an additional amount. Yeah, so this is her second. Looks rather cool. You see, that's a backflip that you keep on seeing. Once it's regen, once the cooldown is removed, I'll show you again. No, I'll show you the weave, but I'll show unravel, but this time while it's inside a weave. Again, nothing really apart from you get like that string coming from the weave into Neith. I've seen a third ability several times. So when she flips, it creates a broken weave, and it deals damage and slows enemies in front of her. So this is the area. Everyone in this area here will suffer damage. Not much, but still a bit. And they will get slowed for a certain amount of time. Now her last ability is what makes Neith really good in my opinion. The Smite. You can see any gods, not even you, but if they're marked on the map, you can aim at them, shoot, and it will stun them, and deal quite a lot of damage, and it just goes through everything. It's actually really amazing. And as you can see, there was like a bar going round Ra's name. You can click. You have to click to shoot. But if that bar hasn't finished going through, going round, then there won't be as much damage dealt, which is kind of similar to Ymir's ulti, but we'll get onto that one in the next episode actually. So shooting, a broken weave through 2 weaves. Does it create 2 explosions? No, just 1. But if I was to have that, I'd heal quite a lot. Going back to what we were talking about earlier. So you've seen what all the abilities do. Yeah, you've seen what all the abilities do. Let's go back and see the next bit. Which I think is me suggesting builds. Or let me just get out my notebook. Yeah, because I've got some suggested stuff down in there. Should have got it out earlier actually, but hey. Right. With all hunters, I like having a rage. I like having rage and Deathbringer. They make you deal a lot of crit damage. With hunters, again, I'd have both both and or Ichivo. Again, really cool. I'd use either Devourer's Gauntlet and Bloodforge as well. Maybe not Soul Eater unless you've got an entirely physical team. Ninja Tabby is what I'd prefer because of the attack speed, although Warrior's Tabby wouldn't be a no. Actives wise, I'd go Heavenly Agility, or Girdle of Support. Salvation's good, and Teleport to the Gods is another good one, and a Blink might be helpful as well. So if I just show you all the things I'd suggest, I like going Odysseus' Bow and Ichivo. Ninja Tabby, Bloodforge is what I prefer over Devourer's Gauntlet, although with some people I will go Devourer's Gauntlet instead. Yeah. Rage, Deathbringer and Ichivo. So if we just go back to Ra, backflip, you can backflip over walls if you aim it correctly. So you can see now that instead of just dealing 490 damage, my World Weaver ability does 658. If I just backflip, it deals almost his entire load of health and damage. 5 health and damage. If I do one basic attack on him, he gets critted and dies. The crit chance is fairly high, it's 50%, so statistically speaking, every 2 hits you should get a crit. Of course I can fire it like this, and just insta-kill with my Spirit Arrow. And I can use my 4. And fire and insta-kill him. So yeah, I think that's really cool. My final pros and cons is now what I'm going to do. She's really good. She's a good ADC. And because of her ulti, if you see someone across the map that is very low on health, or there's someone on your team getting chased while they're low on health, you can always help them out if you're fairly far away by using their ulti on the pursuer. I like the animation. She looks pretty cool as well. The only downer, I think, is that she can only heal herself and not allies. If she could heal allies, she'd be really good. She's not the best jungler, or some people may disagree with me there. So yeah, time for me to show you some of her skins. And kind of explain them a little bit. 1 FPS, so slow. 2 FPS now. There we go, back to no, not Noir. Neith. Standard Neith. I think she looks pretty cool when it loads, of course. Looks pretty cool. Nothing really to say. Mischievous Neith, just a recolor. I don't like this recolor as much as I do some other recolors. If you're gonna get the recolor, I wouldn't because I don't think it really looks very good. Misdiagnosis, Neith, looks pretty cool. I don't know what it does to her abilities, probably doctor themed, I'm guessing. Yeah. Neith is only available through special promotions or events, so it's kind of hard to get. This is the only Neith skin which actually shows her wearing clothes. She's got a musket instead of a bow to make her look more like a pirate, and she's got a little monkey on her shoulder as well. Pretty cool there. Little monkey. There we go. Little monkey. Never noticed that one before. Carnival Queen. Carnival Queen. She looks kind of like a fairy. Very like a fairy. If you want to play fairy hunter person, you've got your girl. The skull skin's golden. It looks alright on her. Although of course, legendary looks even better. And diamond is good because it's diamond. Although I don't think it looks as good on it as the golden or the legendary. I wouldn't go for Carnival for diamond. If you're gonna get diamond with 400 gems, if you're gonna get a skin for Neith with 400 gems, go for Misdiagnosis instead of diamond, because I don't think the diamond looks as cool as Misdiagnosis. So yeah, I think she's a fairly good god. If you're wanting to train yourself up at being a good ADC, she's a good person to practice with. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Next time I do this, I will be showcasing Ymir, Father of the Frost Giants. See you next time.